Welcome to Super Sound Showcase. This is a brand new episode with Fox and the Bear, my favorite band in the whole world. And they have come back. And you know, they were marginally one of my top two bands earlier today. And they've been in the studio with me for the last hour almost. And they've been so much fun getting ready for this show that they're now my favorite band in the world. Welcome, ladies.
My goodness, thank you so much. This is our favorite radio show.
Well, yeah,
in the world. You're our favorite host in the world. So we're in good company.
Well, I like that. Oh, you know, it's interesting. It is very interesting that it's been, I don't know, maybe 5-6 months since the last time you were here. Mm-hmm. And I invited them back because this is the beginning of my birthday weekend.
Yes. Celebration.
And I thought, you know, I can't imagine anything I want to do more than see my favorite musicians.
Aww.
So I'm going to introduce you to Jamie and Gina, and I'm just going to turn them loose because you know you have a new album. A lot has happened since the last time you were here, and I'm so excited to talk to you all about the new album. When did you finish it?
When did it finish? Sometime in June, maybe? June or July? I think so. Yeah. Oh, yes. Sorry. June or July.
We need to get you all just a little closer to the mics.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
How about now?
Better? Yeah, now we're much better for
Okay.
Because I don't want anybody to miss one word of what you say.
They're just going to be hanging.
We were probably done in May, I would say, like late May, early June.
Something
with like all the process to mix and get it sent out.
Mm-hmm. Now, the actual physical CDs have not arrived yet. So they're just available electronically.
Yes.
No. Only the single is available electronically.
Oh, so we're really before the release then?
Yes, this is pre-exclusive.
Well, when does this album actually drop?
The 14th.
Yes, of this month.
It's so soon.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, so I do have a world exclusive?
You have a world exclusive?
Oh,
just for you, and it's because it's your birthday.
That is the best news ever. Because, you know, I like to have things first.
Yes.
Right.
I do.
It's the best way.
And this is great because these are the winners of a Beer Music Award this past year.
Oh, stop.
Yeah. You were Best Americana this year, were you not?
Yes, we were.
Yes, we were honored. It was a very cool experience.
And every time I see you out performing live, the audience just loses their mind. I mean, they really are. They're so responsive to you girls because you cover so many styles, you do so many things, and most bands have lost sight of the fact that you need a little bit of showmanship. You need to actually entertain the crowds. And y'all are not playing. You get out there and you hold them right in the palm of the hand.
Oh, thank you. We try. We love connecting with people. I think that's one of the most...
Yeah.
It is. It's one of the perks of the job. If you don't connect with people, it doesn't feel as... I mean, it's not as rewarding, I don't think.
Well, or for them.
Yeah.
People spend money and they come to a show, and if they leave and they don't ever think about it again...
Yeah.
No.
So what?
Right.
I saw you the first time because you were the opening act for some people that had just been on my show. And honest to heaven, I left there thinking about what I had just seen, and I thought, I have to get those girls on my show.
I remember when you reached out.
It was that impressive, and I thought,
you.
wait a minute. You know, and it's funny because the boys in Court Street, they told me, they said, you're going to love these two girls, you need to come.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
I wasn't ready for what I saw.
Oh, thank you.
I really wasn't.
So much.
I all the way back to Williamsburg, I'm like, I'm going to find those chickies. I'm going to call them up.
I'm so glad you did.
I know, right?
Because we always have so much fun together.
Yeah.
More fun than humans can imagine.
Exactly.
So this show, I don't remember if I actually said this because we're having so much fun. Sponsored by Culture Fix, and this is FM 93.5 The Berg and WMBG AM 740. I said that right, didn't I? Did I make a mistake? WMBG. All of a sudden it seemed like a tongue twister, and I say it a million times a day. But anyway, here we are. And honestly, it is just so exciting, and you're going to love the music. If you've not heard Fox and the Bear, you are just going to be blown away. And are you taking pre-orders for these albums? Because I predict a great interest in this album today.
Thank you. We are taking pre-orders. We have a website, or people can DM us. You can also pre-order it online, iTunes, and stuff like that. So there's a
that's great.
single out. You can buy the single. Yeah. There's all kinds of
and you know,
that.
I'm very familiar with the song because you did it last time. The single is July, right?
Yes.
Correct.
And it's just marvelous. And if I remember correctly, Gina, you wrote this song.
I did.
right?
Yes.
Yes, and I absolutely love the message. And I'm not going to spoil it. I'm
Oh.
not going to, no spoiler alert here. I'm going to make you wait until the music segment so that you can hear the message. But it's profound in what it has to say. And, you know, it's rare anymore to find music written by people of your age that you don't ever use just that word that rhymes. You know, you actually really have a story that you tell, and your music has so much depth
Thank
that
you.
if they really are listening to what it is that you're doing, it's just not common anymore.
Yeah.
And that's what I celebrate about Fox and the Bear is you have depth in your music that makes it artistic on a level that a real music intellectual can embrace it. You know, it really is
Such
something
kind
Thank
words. Thank you so
and
much.
you know, I don't need to blow smoke. You're already here.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't say anything on this show
You're
that I
not
don't
wrong.
mean.
Yes.
And it's important to let people know that when true quality rolls around, you know, true talent will kick its way through a brick wall. And I had a conversation one time with Liza Minnelli to that effect, and she said, you know, I know a little bit about show business. I'm like, you think?
Just a little.
And she said, honestly, all talent needs is opportunity and encouragement. And she was so generous. She said, you will find both. And I'm telling you that now because it's already happening.
Yeah.
You're seeing the opportunity, the encouragement because you have a depth of your talent.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
And
much.
it's wonderful.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
thanks.
And that's why I like to put you in front of my audience because y'all need to know about these lovely girls.
Oh my
Thank
goodness.
you.
You are so kind. I'm going to cry.
That'd be good for my ratings. Go right
Yeah,
ahead.
I'll just
Get that
close up
emotional
everything.
content.
Yeah, man. You know, when you interview artists, it's so nice when you can get something that they don't give
Yes.
freely to every other show. So, absolutely, whatever you feel, my dear. Whatever you
anything.
feel, express it as
Okay.
only a musician can.
Okay, this one. We're good to play? Yes, that's good.
Well, no,
What are we
actually, I
doing?
want to take a commercial break. If we're,
Okay.
if we're done with the interview, we'll take a commercial break and regroup.
This is your show. You tell
Yes.
us what to do.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yes.
I like when people realize that because, you know, a lot of times people come in here and they're going to take over. And I
Well,
just have
could
to sort
they?
of tighten the lasso a
Well,
little
you
bit.
need to like show them the water that you have.
Yeah.
That's true.
This is very official.
Our own
at that.
WMBG, the Bird Water, is
Yes.
nice.
it's very fancy now. And, you know, it's amazing what a little swag will do.
It's better
Yes.
than the Aquafina, I'm telling you.
Amen. Hand dug in an artisanal well.
Yeah.
I like it. But anyway, no, we're having so much fun today because if you're just joining us, we are talking with Fox and the Bear. And these ladies have come all the way from Virginia Beach in the face of tornado and hurricane warnings.
Worth it.
I'm so proud of you for being here because I thought, you know, the last time there was and I'm not taking a shot at anybody, but the last time there was a hurricane on the horizon, I had an act booked from Virginia Beach and they're like, oh, we got to stick close to home because our home might blow away or something. And I'm thinking, the show got to go on, you know? And,
We live out of our car. Our home goes everywhere.
oh, that's pretty funny. That's not true though, is it?
No.
You don't live in your car.
No.
Okay, good.
It feels like that
Strictly-
sometimes. We're on
yeah,
the
it's a-
road so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. And tell me, since the last time you were here, how much are you traveling? Because I know you do get around quite a bit, and you're getting a reputation.
Yeah.
We're trying.
Well, not quite as much as last year, but that's mostly because we had to stay pretty close to the studio to record.
Well, yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's really the only thing that's been hindering. But yeah.
The farthest we've gone, I think, is like Richmond, a little bit into North Carolina, but mostly it's just been kind of local,
Yeah.
which is a blessing because it keeps more money in our pocket.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, not all
Yeah.
going to the gas.
Right. All yeah.
Tank.
And the
It's
recording.
nice when a tour is profitable. It really is.
Exactly.
You know what's funny though? The recording industry is changing to the point where it's easier than ever now in some ways to make an album. And I had a chat recently with my friend Janie Barnett. And Janie is a great musician, a national act, and she lives in Brooklyn. And she was on tour this summer opening for the Bacon Brothers, Kevin Bacon and Michael Bacon. And they were out on the road. And so I got a chance chance to sit down with Janie, and she's making an album that's very different from the normal stuff that she does. Wow. She's making an album of all Cole Porter songs. And the interesting thing was, all the musicians are right there in Brooklyn.
Oh, wow.
But they all have their own studios now. And so Janie records a little track, and she emails it to the drummer, and he emails it to the guitarist, and everybody keeps adding to it, and then it comes back to Janie, and then they mix it. And she's like, I haven't seen any of these people play on my album, and the album's almost finished.
Wow.
And I'm like, that is the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy how
But it's nice now because you can have collaborators that are on the other side of the country, on the other side of the world, and people can just add their track and send it back. It's getting crazy.
It's fascinating.
Anything is possible. I mean, you can start drawing celebrity collaborators and people that are just out there.
It's amazing. We have J-Lo on our track. No. Just kidding. No. Just kidding. No, that's amazing.
But it could happen.
It could.
If you write a song that
she
answers
answers my calls. I call her all the time.
Well, I'm very impressed. We'll book her on Super Sound next week.
You should. She would be so lucky.
That would be great. All right. So we're in an age where anything's possible. That's my point. And we are actually going to take a break, and we're going to listen to a few sponsor messages. All right. So here we are. We are going to commercial. We are back with Super Sound Showcase, sponsored by Culture Fix here on FM 93.5 The Berg and WMBG AM 740. We are Williamsburg's radio station, and my guests today are Fox and the Bear, and you are in for such a musical treat. You are just not even prepared for what's about to happen. These girls have the kind of harmony that can only come from being familial. Sister to sister, the harmony doesn't ever get any better than that. And I know we've talked about how sometimes it's easier than other times, but you guys have a miraculous sense of each other, and when you're on stage it always shines through. And aren't there times like every musician, we all have times where I don't know if the show is perfect right now, I don't know if it's going to find us, get in our groove. That doesn't faze you guys, because I sense that if one of you is like slow to get on the train, the other's driving the train, and it's okay because nobody's going to miss that train.
Right.
And it works out great, because I love watching you with each other on stage, because whatever's happening, you're both acutely aware of it and looking after the other one, and that's beautiful.
Thank you. You are so observant.
Yes.
I don't miss much. I don't miss much.
Yes.
There are no secrets from me in the audience. Critic at large.
That's scary to hear on a radio.
But you know what, though? It's a good thing, because, like we were talking about The Wizard of Oz just out of fun the other day, and, I love when they say, are you a good witch or a bad witch? I am a good critic, because I only see the things that are beautifully complimentary. I see the good in what you're doing, and I'll be quick to tell you about it. And the bad stuff, if it's really necessary to correct it, I might have a little sub-note on it, but that's not what we're going to talk about, because nobody wants to hear about that. And I've never seen anything bad from y'all.
Oh, thank you. Wow, that's a
nothing.
Good note. That's
Nothing
amazing.
Yep.
Thank you. Wow.
Except you had a little chip in your manicure one night.
Oh, yeah.
Stop biting your nails.
Oh, not
It's pretty normal for me.
All right, so what are we going to sing first? I say we, like I'm part of it.
You could
what are we gonna do? I might.
I should have brought the music.
Yeah.
The first one I think we're gonna do. It's called Hazel Eyes.
Okay.
And
I have those.
and this song is for you.
Yes.
I have hazel eyes.
We literally wrote it because there were no songs. Gina and I both have hazel eyes as well.
Oh,
look at
yes.
this.
No wonder we like each other.
Yes.
Right?
It's a group.
There were no songs, or very few. Very
Okay,
few
that's true.
About,
We're neglected.
Right,
Yes.
exactly. We're overlooked.
Underrepresented.
Yes. So this was
That's funny when a brand of a group of eyes can be overlooked.
Yes.
That's clever.
Right?
Clever use of that word.
Oh, thank you.
Nice
Wordplay.
pun, my dear.
Thank you.
All right, let's have hazel eyes.
All right. Hold me in your hands, 'cause
let you go. I'll keep you cool in hard times, and you save me from the cold. Shadows won't be heavy, 'cause the sun is set to rise. Darling, I'm not lonely, 'cause I've got your hazel eyes. Well, I've taken to the silence, 'cause it's lonelier with speech. And the hide when we're not feeling, hold your breath, I grit my teeth. We won't know. They won't know. No, 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 no. 'Cause maybe you could hold me, and I won't let you go. I'll keep you cool in hard times, and you save me from the cold. Shadows won't be heavy, 'cause the sun is set to rise. Darling, I'm not lonely, 'cause I've got your hazel eyes. So hold on, oh, don't walk away. I need your company. Sweetheart, my oh my, we will be alright. Got your hazel eyes. Hold on, oh, don't walk away. Need your company. Sweetheart, my oh my, we will be alright. Got your hazel eyes. 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 Sweetheart, my oh my, we will be alright. I've got your hazel eyes.
I like that song.
Oh, thank
And you know, here's the funny thing. I've often had the thought when I've watched you play, I often have the thought that not only is your harmony like right on top of each other and constructed so tightly, but often you're playing in such rhythmic sync with the guitar, and then that song steps up to totally like throw me for a loop when you have those little riffs in there where you're playing against each other in the middle of playing together, and it's like, wait, how did they just do that? And you know, but it's, you have such a sense of each other that it's marvelous, because no matter what's going on, it never comes out of balance. And I love that.
Thank
That's
you.
it. That's not easy for a lot of people. There would be like a month of work for like just
to get
most
that.
average musicians to throw that kind of double time in there and
amazing.
put that little extra riff. But y'all just adapt so easily and make it look so effortless. I love that.
so much. Oh my gosh, that means a lot.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Did y'all think of that when you were recording? How did that arrangement come about? What's the
did it
artistic
even
process behind that?
happen?
Jamie had the guitar part basically worked out, and then I kind of just jumped in with
Yes.
the ukulele
That's awesome.
and
Yeah.
listened to her and kind of just bounced off of what she was doing.
Yeah, you
Well,
put
and
your
you know,
own
the
spin on
relation
it.
of the sound of that ukulele in regard to the guitar, it's so interesting because it kind of mimics the difference in your voices with that high harmony.
Yeah.
It's like the ukulele is following you along and the guitar is, you know, driving
Yeah.
the train. It's
Right.
really beautifully symbolic of what you're creating.
So much.
you.
Love
That
that.
means a lot. We try to put that kind of thought into it, especially
Awesome.
because we're small. I mean,
Yeah.
we roll up to shows and they're like, "Where's the rest of your band?"
Yeah.
We're like,
Is there another car coming?
Did we bill it as Fox, Bear, and Pelican? No.
the pelican is not here. No, but so I mean, thank you for noticing because we do try and put like thought.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
I play the piano quite often solo, and just because I'm a solo piano does not mean they should not hear the orchestration.
Yeah.
I'm playing all the orchestra parts as they are conducted in my head. You know, and people often, actually, the greatest compliment I can have as an instrumentalist is that people will often tell me that even though I was not singing on that song, they still heard the words.
Right.
So if I
Yeah.
use my vocal phrasing and I
Yes.
put that into my orchestral delivery, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter that I
Right.
wasn't singing because I can still
because you're
communicate.
covering all the bases.
Exactly, they'll
Yes.
still hear it, and y'all
Yeah.
are doing the same thing. It's
thank you.
intense. I like it.
Thank you.
What's the next song?
Next song, what should we do?
July.
I think
July.
y'all need to go out there and book a symphonic tour.
We will do it. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I get myself in trouble sometimes.
Well, you know, and it can lead to trouble because I said, I had a show one time where I said I was going to cover every style of Christmas music. And I did pretty much everything except somebody at the end of the show informed me that I had no Cajun music represented. And I said,
no.
And I said, next year, okay? Thinking I would be
Yeah.
off the hook. I
Right.
got an email about 2 months
They held
before
you
my
to
next
it.
show. What Cajun music are you doing? And I was like,
Oh my
And
god.
thank goodness I had my doctor actually also plays bass for me occasionally, and it was so funny because I said to him, I said, what am I going to do for Cajun Christmas music? He goes, I know somebody that wrote a Cajun Christmas story, and there's a song that is composed, and I'll give you the book and the CD, and thank God.
my God.
And I
Oh my
learned it, and I
gosh.
said, and I got Cajun music this time.
And you.
So yeah, be careful what you say in
Yeah.
public because they will expect you to do
Oh,
it.
they
Yeah,
will hold
people
you
keep
to it.
tabs.
But look at that. Like, that's so cool because even though it's kind of something that
As long as they
could
give
be
me a reminder
sticky.
email, then I
Yeah.
can pull it off.
You-
But
you
if they
bumped
hadn't
your
sent that
game.
message, I'd have showed up not even remembering what my big mouth had said.
it's a
Yes.
Cajun Christmas here on the bird.
There it is. Have some crawfish. All right, July. This is a great song, and this is, if I'm not mistaken, the first single from the new album.
Yes,
It is.
it's a
All
little.
right, so listen up and be ready to race to the computer and buy this track because we have to support local music, and these girls are brilliant. So support them.
Oh, July is where you loved me. July is where I'll stay. Don't care for the heat of August, the rain that falls in May. June never bothered me, but it only lasts a day. Oh, July is where you loved me. July is where I'll stay. That summer brought me pleasure, September brought me pain. November I was thankful for the memories that remain. October left me hollow, but it only lasted a day. Oh, July is where you loved me, July is where I'll stay. And we danced through the dead of winter. You asked me if I had cold. You told me in a whisper. You told me to wait until spring. 'Cause the light reveals hidden things. Ooh. Oh, July is where you loved me. July is where I'll stay. Don't care for the heat of August, the rain that falls in May. June never bothered me, but it only lasts a day. Oh, July is where you loved me. July is where I'll stay. Oh, July is where you loved me. July is where I'll stay. Oh, July is where you loved me. July is where I'll stay.
There's a reason I loved that song the first time I heard it, and I rediscovered that reason all again because of all the hooks and all the songs. That is so clever.
Thank you.
That July is where you loved me and July is where I'll stay. And we all have had those summer romances that maybe you knew in the beginning it wasn't going to be forever. But that summer romance changes your life. And no matter how many Julys you go through, you'll still have the essence of that relationship in your mind every time the calendar turns. Yeah. And I love that somebody has finally put that into a song. I mean, it's captured beautifully and profoundly in a way that for all of us, that young love is still returning at some time in our memory. And I love that you've put it on a calendar because that's just brilliant.
Isn't it? She came out with that song one night and played it in the kitchen.
It deserves it deserves to really be a hit.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
I'm calling the Grammy people.
Oh, thank you.
I'm calling them today to be on the lookout for July.
I'm going to go buy my sequin gown now.
God, that's a great song.
Yes, get the sequin, all the sequins.
Yeah. Larry Gatlin, the country singer, and his two brothers, Larry Gatlin and the Gatlin brothers, they told the greatest story where they had been competing for every award they had been nominated. They were out at the same time that the Judds had come out. And the Judds kept winning and winning and winning. And finally, they were nominated for a big Grammy Award, and they went out to Los Angeles for the awards. And Larry tells the story. He goes, we rented a limo, we rented tuxes, all the stuff we didn't have. He goes, and you could tell we were country because we were out there fighting over who got to sit in the front seat. I thought, oh dear. Premature. All right. But anyway, there's time for awards, and they're coming your way because honestly, that song is just as commercially viable as anything I've heard in a long time.
Oh, thank you so
I love
much.
that. And in fact, when I get that record, I think that might be a song that has to go on the air right away.
Oh, most definitely will get you that record.
Yes, please.
Yes,
I need that. All right, and I hate that it's the end of the song, but we're actually running a little bit long, so we only have time for one more song, and I can't wait to hear what it is.
What shall it be? Should it be something mellow?
Yes.
One of your mellow songs?
Sure.
Okay.
Mellow.
Yes.
Mellow.
Do you have a capo by chance?
Mellow Fox.
Let me,
Yes, I need.
talk while I do this.
Well, or should I
Uh-oh.
play?
The song.
Okay, so the song that I'm going to play is called Evergreen, and
Not the one by Barbara Streisand.
No.
Okay, good.
I'm not going up against Barbara. No, that's a mistake for my career.
Okay.
Yes, but I wrote it when I was in my senior year of high school, I believe.
About 2 years ago.
3 actually.
Okay.
Yes. So close.
Okay.
But yes, so I was going through a very hard time with just like growing and finding my place and my relationships, and I had to like come to a crossroads with people that were staying in my life and that I had to let go of relationships, and this is kind of what came out of that because it's a hard season. So, but,
Nice.
yeah, I translated it into a song.
I love sustainable music when there's no waste to the experience of your life. It just all goes right into a song.
Yes.
That's brilliant.
Thank you.
All right, here it is.
All right. My fair weather friend, like a leaf on the tree, you run before winter, come back in spring. I had to hide in the shelter of the trees. My roof made of branches are evergreen. And I ran from the shame, dear. They mocked and they teased. Their eyes were like angels till they bore their teeth and left behind everything that was left of me. Scars are bare and callous, I wear are evergreen. Evergreen is how the memory stays. Evergreen is how it remains. I've tried, but I can't change. Shedding my skin and painting my veins. Always the outcome is the same. Oh, I didn't know that you'd be harmed. How could I know that you'd be harmed? Evergreen is how the memory stays. Evergreen is how it remains. Darling, you tried, but they wouldn't change. Tearing my flesh and cursing my name. Always the outcome is the same. Always the outcome is the same. Just like evergreens, never change.
Wow. Such a serious note, but you know what? What a beautiful song. And, you know, I had this image. If you really were writing that as you exited high school, I thought, man, you were the kid in high school that was looking at everything everybody did through very mature eyes, weren't you?
Yeah.
You were seeing like the wisdom even before you knew it was there.
Yeah.
That's really profound for a high school student. Wow. Beautiful music as always. And everything that I hear from you, I love it. So, you know what? Count me on your fans and count me as your professional associates because I want to be part of this ride. You guys you're on such a fantastic trip with where this is going to take you because you're just extraordinary.
Thank you
So you've been listening to Fox and the Bear, and this is Super Sound Showcase. My thanks not only to you who tune in and who listen, but to our friends at Culture Fix, to Steve and Shirley, and to Jen for making this all possible with their sponsorship, because there's nothing that I love more than having my favorite acts come into the studio and share their music with you. This is a brilliant opportunity for all of us. And you that listen all the time, I know that you understand that it really is for you, and I love giving you this opportunity to hear new things when they're just on the cutting edge. And the Fox and the Bear, their album is coming out. Please find them online, find that music, and go see a show, because the only thing better than hearing them on this radio station is seeing them in person. So ladies, I will see you again soon.
Yes.
All right. And we go back to the music that you love here on FM 93.5 The Bergen, WMBG AM 740. Have a great afternoon.